Hello, my name is Joe, and welcome to another edition of Joe's Super Fantabulous PC Gaming Channel, where I'm playing Planetbase, the outer space building economy game where you land on various different planets and you set up colonies and try to make them successful. And today I'm actually trying a challenge. That challenge is to see whether or not I can recruit 250 colonists in less than 60 days. Today is day 27, and we have 104. And I am pushing them. I'm pushing them hard to build a new area for ships to land and seeing if we can't get everything done. So we have our various different landing pads up, which means it's time to recycle this landing pad over here. Oh, once this connection is up here. There we go. So we have a solar panel. See, currently all this power routes through this landing pad into the base, and all of this power comes out this way. So we're trying to go two ways. We're trying to make a connection this way and make one over here, because we don't want to recycle this and then, well, actually we can't, because it will sever the base in two. So that's a planet-based restriction. So as soon as we can get this assembled, power will be rerouted and the landing pad can be recycled. Now the important thing about this landing pad is notice where it's located. If we pan around, all we see is the base in every direction. The significance of that is currently we have a control center stocked with consoles for watching telescopes, and we have telescopes under construction. So as soon as those telescopes go up, we can have an anti-meteorite laser to protect the colony from being struck by... Oh, matter of fact, here we go. Let's go ahead and power this off as soon as it comes up. So I want to hold on the internal construction here for this. We're low on storage space. That's okay. My focus is rerouting this power here, and in fact, here it goes. So as soon as we have both of these connections up, we can see about getting that landing pad recycled. Part of the reason why it's important to recycle the landing pad is that in order to deal with hostile visitors, we have a new control center. This control center will be for our security force. In fact, here we'll go ahead and we'll power it up. That way construction will begin there. Here comes a trading ship. We'll see what the trading ship wants here in just a minute, because I want to get this recycled so that we don't have other ships landing here. Oh boy. Let's make sure these are not hostiles here. Please don't be a hostile. Okay, these are good colonists, ready to make this colony their home. Good grief, guys, come on. Can we not finish this connection? This is what I'm sitting here waiting for. I'm dying here. Come on. It's always the faithful bot that gets it done, isn't it? Well, of course, it was a bot putting it up. I don't know why the other bot quit, but there we go. As soon as that connection is up, this can now be recycled. So these materials can go to finish these other structures around the surrounding area, most notably this telescope. In fact, there are two of them for the telescope consoles that we have and the new control center, and that will help to spot incoming threats. Once we have at least one telescope up, we can finally build our anti-meteorite laser. And because of its location here, and this area is already carved out for it, it should have very good coverage around the colony to ensure that our defense perimeter covers our most vital assets. In fact, probably all of them, I would think. We'll see. So let's see what the trading ship has for us. Ah, excellent. This is a semiconductor trader full of robots and chips. Let's see. We're not the richest colony at the moment, but we do have a few things that we can probably spare. Construction bots are, carry bots are most valuable, but we could also use drillers. I don't know if we can afford these, but we will try. And we're currently having a problem with storage anyway, so let's see. Let's see if there's any chance that we can afford this stuff. It looks like it would take everything we have, but we could do it. Oh, but wait a minute, we're already exceeding his cargo capacity. what we have isn't valuable enough for him. 594 is as high as I can get. Well, here, let's see. We could switch out the metal. The metal's worth 15. And take out this 5 here. So that gets up to 604. But still, that's as high as we can go. Now, if we put back one of the drilling bots... Let's see, I'm thinking what's more valuable. Actually, I'd rather have drillers than... Alright, so... Of course, we have to get up to 512. Whoops, I'm going the wrong way. Alright, so we have to take a 1 coin loss on the trade, but we end up with 2 drill bots. The benefit to the colony will be metal all the time. Pulling that ore out day and night, making it available for processing. So. Plus, that will free up space in our storage dome. Unfortunately, this is going to be a bit of a haul in order to get these goods over here. I'm thinking maybe I should have a storage dome. Well, of course, we're putting up another one here, but I'm thinking I probably should have a storage dome closer to the landing area. Oh well. Ah, there goes our first telescope. Of course, they put that up, and they didn't bother to put up either of the connections, so it may take a while before that comes online. In fact, let's go ahead and specify that this is important. So is storage. Well, storage is only 1 from completion, although, like I said, storage space is no longer going to be an issue. And we'll go ahead and we will queue, given an anti-meteorite laser here. That's going to have to be a high priority also. After all, the colony faces lots of threats from space. Things falling out of the sky all the time, and there we go. This is part of the reason why these landing ports have so many airlocks, so that when a trading ship comes by and we have lots of stuff to give them, whoops, and there are the meteorites reminding us. They're like, "You haven't forgotten about us, right, Joe?" And I'm like, "Nope, your laser is coming." Unfortunately, these other airlocks are not finished yet. Oh boy, don't be hostile, not in the midst of this debacle here with the trading ship. Come on, don't be bad. Okay, good. I was like, that would be the worst time for hostiles to show up, is while we're loading this thing. We've still got so much stuff to give them. Go ahead and prioritize that airlock also. It's not going to take a lot of metal to finish that thing. It will take a while to get that ship loaded. Okay, so this indicates the defense perimeter of the laser, and as you can see, it looks like it encompasses the entire colony. Wow. Wow, we're here right on the outer edge of the defense perimeter. So, let's see. Now, it's a matter of getting that laser up and having the telescopes to spot targets for it. Of course, the issue is usually semiconductors. Wait a minute, how are we low on storage space? I just gave everything to the trading ship. It's got to be food, isn't it? Yeah, it's all food. Okay, so the trading ship is just about paid off. Boy, did this guy make out like a bandit. Part of the problem here is that we just don't have any currency to trade, and we have to trade our goods away. So, maybe it's time. Maybe it's time to finally start welcoming visitors here to Omega Base. But here, we'll get the meteorite defenses and other critical structures up first, and then we'll see about allocating resources for a starport. Let's see, how are we doing anyways? Oh, we still have plenty of bioplastics. Well, in that case, let's go ahead and activate this cabin so that we can go ahead and start consuming them. Let's see. Friend or foe? Looks like a friend to me. Okay, good. Looks like that is the last piece of metal in order to get the telescope system online. So is that at least an engineer? It doesn't look like it. No, it's a worker. Alright, well, as soon as somebody comes out here and assembles this, that'll be online. Okay. Let's see what this guy has. That looks like, that's what I thought. Freelance General. Nothing special. He's also got bots available. 55%. I wish I could afford it. I'd buy another bot if I could. Can I? Ooh. Maybe? This guy has a lot more cargo room than the last ship did. Oh, definitely. Alright, well, each one of these bots are worth a lot in terms of productivity, at least from what I found in my experience. And so we're going to go ahead and get another drill bot. I know the colonists won't be happy. They're like, dude, you're just giving away all of our supplies. I'm like, I know, but we need this stuff. You know, we just don't have the ore coming in. You know, humans get tired and they walk off the job and they want to sleep and have entertainment. So the more bots we have working the mines, the better. I'd rather have the people working in metal processing so that we can have more metal turned into segments we can use for construction. guys are tired, hungry, generally honked off. But I see people are enjoying the new cabin. Although, here, let's go ahead and activate this oxygen generator. Make sure that oxygen levels stay high in the cabin. That's what it's there for. It was just waiting for the cabin to be activated before it saw some use. And we can see about activating this bar and this little canteen here. Now that we have, I mean, these facilities were created for visitors, but they can also service our guard force as well. Okay, good. And just about paid off. Oh. More colonists. Friend or foe? Let's see. Friend. Good. I'm going to be uncomfortable until we get these security stations up and manned, and more importantly, until we get the guards armed. Currently we have 6 guards, but none of them have any weapons. Our only defense is to basically lock hostile intruders out. Oh, our status is good. We'll see if we can't get that up. I think the colonists are just mad about all the colony ships, so maybe the little space bar here will help a little bit. And there's our new drill bot going to work. Excellent. Alright, so next, well, in order to get the anti-meteorite laser up, we have to finish all our other constructions in order to get the semiconductor foundries operational. Because in order to keep construction going, the only thing in the factory that has priority is the spares workshop, because without power we die. So all these other constructions, which are pending delivery of metal in order to finish them, have priority in front of the foundry. Well, foundries in this case. That includes the Starport. And the Starport is going to take a lot of metal. But here, let's see if we can get another airlock up. And then we'll prioritize construction of the Starport. Also, to help morale, we can probably have a bar over here. This was always intended as a temporary airlock, so perhaps I'll put another temporary airlock right over here to replace it. So once this storage dome goes up with its airlock, we can recycle this one and then start expanding out the infrastructure for the base here. Okay, good. We have more security consoles right now than I think we have guards. But we'll go ahead and we'll put in more to accommodate the guards that are yet to come. So by having food, entertainment, rest all within this area, hopefully the guards don't have a reason to wander onto the colony proper. Emphasis on hopefully. Dang it, I can't see what you are. I hope you're not hostile. Medic. Alright, well that's good. You know, now all this is operational, we'll go ahead and activate that oxygen generator. Keep things up. Okay, it looks like people are standing around waiting for alcohol, so let's increase our alcoholic drink generation capacity. Prioritize this construction since I'm watching the morale of the base and I want to make sure that it doesn't fall below a bad level. Well. How's it going? I always love seeing the industrial ship. Ooh, and he showed up with weapons. Well, one weapon. But most importantly, he's got the massive storage pad, which I can't afford at the moment. However, could buy a weapon, let's see, and potentially some metal. These things would all come in handy, provided I could figure out a way to afford them. Whoops, I'm over on that ship's capacity. Aha, we can afford it. Excellent. Perfect. Alright, so we'll get a weapon for one of our guards and some metal that will help with finishing construction. Time to put the colonists back to work on a little work party. What? Are you sitting there drinking? He is drinking. I thought we had enough tables. Okay, I take that back. Here I was thinking we were under capacity on drink generation, but apparently not. What we need are more tables. This bar is really for the visitors anyways. And we'll give the colonists a nice big, you know, a little bar to go to. We still don't have anti-meteorite defenses. We have them queued. Ah, good. The storage dome. This will relieve the crowding that's going on over here. Notice that this storage dome is at 98%. Good grief. Okay, I am hearing... I guess we are over on the water. Not by much, but as we get more colonists, it will become a problem. So let's go ahead and deal with that by putting up more water extractors. We'll prioritize both these constructions. Whoops. Okay, ooh, not hostile. Because that would be the worst time for them to show up. Absolutely the worst time. Oh, you know what? Also, to deal with morale, we have a multi-dome. We have a multi-dome. Alright, so let's go ahead and start queuing up the construction for the multi-dome while our colonists are busy doing other things. Let's see, a little something to drink. TV to enjoy. Multi-dome's all about having a good time. Oh, and the happy bench, because for some reason, colonists really love the happy bench. I assume it vibrates or something. Oh, I guess the object density is too high. Well then here, we'll take that out so that we can have our... Well, I still can't have my happy plant, huh? Must be this one. There we go. That's odd, and it still lets me have the screens? Oh well, I'm not gonna argue. Planet-based logic. Let's see, actually... Until we need to recycle them, we might as well just go absolute crazy and just put in as much entertainment as we can in this thing. Alright, that's about it. So as soon as we flip the switch, the multi-dome is ready to go crazy. Let's recycle this airlock here because we're going to put in a bar. Oh, the colonists will be so happy. And normally with a bar, my concern is, will the colonists drink themselves to starvation? Well, we've got vegetables. Vegetables are necessary for making, you know, alcoholic products. So yeah, I'm not too worried about vegetable availability. Okay, the trading ship is paid and off the pad. So we now have the first weapon for the first guard, who is not wasting any time. He's going to come out here and grab his gun. And plus we have some metal to help finish off some of our construction. Now I want that metal to go to the external constructions first. So I'm going to wait to activate this multi-dome because I don't want it consuming the metal products that could potentially finish off some of these others. Notice the dorm doesn't require very much, and these airlocks only require a few here and there. So I'd like that metal, there we go, see, to go to things like airlocks and other really important structures first. Okay, well, see this little miniature spacebar as a hit? So we need the big spacebar, because that's where astronauts go. Rocking it at the spacebar. It's not just for keyboards anymore. Now, unfortunately, it's a bit of a hike on the surface from this new temporary airlock, but at least it's still on this side of the base, so we'll go ahead and we'll get this put together one way or another. Ah, good. Some of that metal made it over to the new starport. Let's go and prioritize the starport, because once it is up, we can start to receive visitors. Okay, I see a lot of guards that are tired. I'm worried that we don't have enough capacity, or we have colonists that are hogging up space here in this cabin. So what we'll do is we can attach an oxygen generator. It doesn't have to be a big one. Off of course, if it's a big one, then we can get more connections. Well, of course, I don't have the room for more connections, so yeah. Basically, we put a little oxygen generator there, and let's see about a nice big cabin. Again, we're trying to discourage the guards from having a reason to go too far. Ooh, the industrial ship is back. Hoping to sell us more stuff. What have you got? Oh, I wish I could get this. I don't have the money for it. If I could, I would get this. In fact, here, out of curiosity, and this is absolute craziness time. If I were to just go bonkers, yeah. See, he doesn't have the cargo hold for what we have. Our stuff is just not valuable enough. So I'm going to have to say goodbye. I want that patent. That was the patent for the big solar panel, the colossal one, and it would generate a lot more power for the colony in the same amount of space that we have for these. Boy, do I want that patent. Sandstorm approaching soon. I don't know how you tell that by looking up in the sky, but Planetbase logic, right? You know what we still don't have is a robotics facility. Well, of course, until we have some semiconductors, it's really not going to make any difference. So I would like to build up a supply of semiconductors. Welcome to the colony. Hey, the Starport is almost finished. The other thing I'm thinking of attaching here, just so that we don't have a capacity issue, is a dorm. I'm just not sure whether or not a small oxygen generator will be enough for both of these structures. But I guess I'll find out. This will be an experiment. I've never actually tried it with a small one before. But I'm trying to do things in a small amount of space, and so let's see what I can get away with. Yeah, that throws off my OCD. Oh well. Whoops, and the Sandstorm has arrived. Inside, please. Let's see how we're doing on power. Well, at least everything's at full charge, so... we are just barely generating above what we consume, but we go into the Sandstorm with full collectors, so no problem. We probably reached a point where it's time for another wind turbine. It seems like we're in a cycle of perpetual building here, which doesn't give the factory the opportunity to catch up, so I'm trying, but We also need to expand. We need all of this stuff. Oh, and meteorites can still hit you even during a sandstorm, sadly. It does nothing to deflect the trajectory of these things falling out of the sky. So I once thought myself, well, surely I'm safe in a sandstorm. Nope, meteorite came by, killed a bunch of people anyways. So, and right on cue, the meteorites. It's amazing that we have not had any deaths as yet to meteorites, but I say that and watch it about to be ready to happen. So as much as I want to make that other wind turbine, I'm going to hold off so that we can see about processing the minerals that we have into usable metal, getting them out here and getting all these structures built, and at least get those semiconductor foundries started. I want to see them generating. Oh, wait a minute. They've started. They're working on semiconductors right now. This is fantastic. Even fantabulous, you could say. All right. So it has begun. When the two initial ones, let's see. Let's go ahead and end the alert now that the storm is over. Whoa, and a third station. Ha ha ha, this is great. Because nobody could go outside. All the metal that was produced went to the factory. Well, when the first two semiconductors roll off the foundry's assembly line, they'll go straight to the anti-meteorite laser, and our defenses will go up. The next two will be used for robot repair. So I need to put up a robotics facility and set up an auto repair. Whoa! And the meteorites are like, are you sure? Are you sure you love us? I'm like, yes, yeah, I'm totally sure. We're building that laser just for you, out of love. It'll be tickling you guys as you fall to the surface very soon. Now, if we can just keep these guys working on this stuff. It takes forever to produce one of these semiconductors. Oh my goodness. That's why I have all these foundries. The idea is that if we get them all provided with materials, hopefully one of them produces something in a decent amount of time. Got all these engineers running around. It's not as though they're all that busy. You know, but they always have something else to do other than make my stuff. So work hard. Omega Base needs you. Speaking of, well, we still need 3 more. Okay, and that must be one right there. And all those airlocks are completed, so that's good. We are almost ready to start receiving visitors. Oh, actually, you know what? That's right. Although I want to set aside one of the semiconductors for robot repair, in actuality, it will go to produce our first weapon. Now, granted, we have a weapon already, courtesy of... This is an attack. Oh, this is an attack. I don't have time for this. One of them got in. We'll keep the others on the surface and let them die. Great, they're all going to go different directions. I don't know that I'll be able to stop them. There's the one guard with the gun. Alright, so we didn't lose anybody, but in fact, I'm going to... Everybody inside. Everyone inside, please. Is that one of my people? That is. Why are you on the surface? my guy inside and close the door. Hopefully everybody gets in. We're basically just locking these visitors, well, these hostile intruders really, outside so that they asphyxiate. That's our goal. Okay, so that's an engineer, and I want the engineer to get in. I don't want the attacker to get in. Should be every airlock. Let's let the bots in. Come on, you weren't fast enough, bot. Oh, now he's just gonna stand there. Well, the bots are okay on the surface. Unless there's a sandstorm or something. Here, let's make them walk the length of the colony. It's an aggro ship. You know, we don't need any food right now. We have a little security problem at the moment. Okay, we want to let our new colonists inside without letting in the attackers. Ah, great, here come the bots. So until you have weapons to defend yourself, that's pretty much colony security in a nutshell, is wait for them to die. Wait a minute, aren't you going inside? Oh, you want to go to their airlock, huh? Okay, that's fine. You can go to that airlock. Please die. The reason that I'm keeping this yellow alert running is that I don't want the colonists to be waiting at the airlocks as soon as I open the doors. Now the visitors, well, hostile intruders really, know what doors I'm opening, which airlocks at which time, and so they're pathing all the way over here, meanwhile burning up precious oxygen. When their O2 gets down, they will fall down and die, which is what we want. Because my guard force is not armed well enough to deal with them at the moment. Oh, good, look at this. Semiconductors have been produced. So as soon as we can take care of these guys, our anti-meteorite defenses will go up. Finally. So please, would you kindly die? In the meantime, this allows the colony to focus on processing ore and starch, so work is still getting done despite the fact that nobody's allowed to play outside at the moment. that sounded close. And there it is. Hello. How's it going? Ah, tough living with disappointment, getting all the way here, and I control the airlocks. In fact, you know what? They can just stand there and die for all I care. This way I can have them far away from the landing pads, because ships are coming in, and I don't need them causing problems. Let's see, where do these bozos go? Here they go. I have to watch them. As soon as they'll be nice enough to just drop dead. There we go. Welcome to Omega Base, the last base you're ever going to try to knock over. Okay, alert cancelled. And let's go ahead and fire up all the airlocks. They're technically not dead just yet. They're just unconscious. And alright, now they're dead. And now they're identified as not just visitors, but intruders. So I knew what their identity was, even if the game was trying to be coy. Like, oh, they're totally just visitors. They want to come and, you know, enjoy the services. And I'm like, yeah, no, they don't. No, they do not. All right. So it is time. With semiconductors produced from the foundries, we should now have the parts that we need in order to finally erect anti-meteorite defenses. Finally. Because we've pressed our luck here at Omega Base probably long enough. It's amazing, like I said, that nobody has died. Alright, so there's one. We're just pending a single semiconductor. Oh, I should open these airlocks too. Sorry, guys. Let me run around here and make sure that I've got all the airlocks open. Let's just do a quick lap around the base. Whee! Alright. So it looks like all our airlocks are operational. It'd be nice if we had like a status board, you know. So maybe Planetbase version 2, I should, you know, get like a map of my colony showing all the airlocks that are open or closed, or places that are low on oxygen, you know, something a tad more detailed than the stuff we get here, you know. Oh, I guess we're doing good on water. Power is a little light. Okay, the anti-meteorite laser is pending assembly. So good. And with that being the last major construction, we have these dorms to put together. These will be easy. It won't take much to get them together. Let's see. We still have plenty of power, so we'll make it to sunrise with no problem. And the wind is picking up, so the turbines can work. But it's on my list to put up another turbine. It's just I want to make sure to get some weapons made. Well, of course we are making weapons, so in fact, here comes one now. Look at that. We're about to finish one. Is that going to be our second weapon? Yes. So the second guard will finally have a weapon. And the anti-meteorite laser is built. Ooh, it's the big colony ship. What have you got? Alright. Another worker. That looks like a medical ship. Oh, freelance raw materials. You know, we're probably good on raw materials. Although I'm always tempted to sell things that we don't need. Ooh, 65%. I don't like that rate of exchange. Never mind. I hear you, meteorites. That's why I have a laser for you. Don't worry. We'll be zapping you guys soon. Plus, with 2 telescopes, our coverage is 84%, so we should see most threats that come towards the colony and zap them off. Okay, now with all these extra personnel that we've been taking on, we're working on berthing space. So we have dorms and a cabin that are going up, hopefully very soon. It's just a matter of a little bit of metal here and there. Oh, and let's go ahead and change those landing permissions. So we have a starport, but we have to tell the computer, you know what, we are open for visitors, not just trading chips. Visitors will come to the colony, consume our services, and leave us with money, which we could definitely use to pay for various different patents for technologies that will benefit the colony and make it possible to expand. The good thing about all those robots that we've been investing in is that notice that we only have one worker with a traumatic injury in the sickbay, and we have 11 medical supplies. So that means that the robots are doing the work that people would normally fall down on a job hurting themselves to do. And speaking of which, you know what? We could probably... I'm sure we have enough medics. Let's see. We have 12 medics. Let's give these guys something to do. So we'll recycle these tissue generators, well, synthesizers, and replace them with another workbench. This will allow us to generate even more medical supplies. And we'll start filling this little warehouse up, because this makes a really great currency in a pinch. As you've seen with all the various different ships, it's just a matter of having enough of them on hand. We have the medicinal plants and the bioplastics in order to make them, and we've got the manpower. We just need the workbenches to work on them. Oh boy, both the storage domes again. Are you serious? I guess we're really industrious here. I mean, look at all these vegetables. Ooh, I love seeing big colony ships landing. Makes me happy. Speaking of which, in the event that we have a large colony ship and say a freighter, you know, come in here to trade us different supplies, I don't want the colony ship not to be able to land. So let's go ahead and we'll put up another. Yeah, it's just my OCD. I like symmetry. It must be pretty. Alright, so we'll see about putting up a second starport. That way we could potentially have a large trading ship on the pad with something that we would like to trade with, and a large colony ship at the same time. That way we're not impeding traffic. I don't want to turn anybody away that wants to come to a megabase. Low on storage space, huh? Let me guess, we have lots of bioplastics, don't we? We do. You know what? It is time. Let's activate the multi-dome. The multi-dome will consume a lot of bioplastic because it's waiting for all that stuff. Let's see, this dorm will as well. In fact, all these, the dorms and the cabins will all chew up a whole bunch of bioplastic. Let's go ahead and prioritize them. After all, these are important. Oh, I love a parade. So we were having problems with storage space. Well, there it goes. Bioplastics aplenty going into our new multi-dome so that everybody can have a good old time. And in addition to that, like I said, I'm thinking what we really need is a bar. A big space bar. Rockin' the space bar. Let's see. So, wow, is that a huge colony ship? I hope so. Oh, it's a visitor. Alright. Let's see, what's this? 2 visitors in this big ship? Are you kidding? Come on. want to see more people coming off these things. All right, notice that they are tired and hungry. Woo! And they've got bad morale. So bad attitude. Basically, we have everything that they need right here, so they don't have to go into the colony proper. In fact, as an experiment, let's go ahead and follow one of these visitors. And it's like, I am hungry, I am thirsty, I am exhausted, and I am pissed. I hate working on this damn ship all the time. So, come enjoy our facilities. That's what they're here for. So he's tanking up on water first. That was the whole reason for putting these visitor facilities right here. It's just I need a big bar to keep the colonists from hogging up the facilities that are meant for the visitors. Okay, good, more colonists. Alright, let's see what he goes for next. Now he's hungry. I'm just curious to make sure that the placement of these facilities meets the needs of our visitors. I'm also curious to see if he'll eat one meal or two. Yeah, he's having a second meal. Wow, he is really hungry. Oh, freelance industrial trader. Well, just freelance in general. Now, if you'd like a little entertainment. Sleeping? Oh no! That is a fail. Well, that's why we're putting out these additional berthing facilities. That was the whole reason for putting this here. So our visitor is sleeping on the floor because we don't have enough space for him. Yeah, that would be a fail. I get a failing grade. Oh, look at this. I was wrong in the dark. This is an electronics trader. And he's got something very valuable. And that is the patent for the construction bot. We'd be able to make these things ourselves. And that is why we have all these medical supplies in lieu of cash. And it doesn't even take up a lot of cargo space. Alright, so it's definitely time to build the robotics facility. So from the get-go, we'll be able to build construction bots and carry bots, because by default everybody can build the carry bot. But okay, this dorm is pending. Yeah, we didn't have enough space for our visitor and he slept on the floor. I feel bad. That is a fail on hospitality. So here's our poor visitor, and this is where he's resting. That's how I'm trying to get these dorms up. Okay, meanwhile, over here, the multi-dome is online. So, and completely online. There we go. The dorm is just pending one piece of metal. Because there are a lot of people congregating here, we'll go ahead and also attach another oxygen generator. It's going to be a while. It's a lot of medical supplies to transfer. every pad is full, so we have our colonists. This way, we're able to service all these visitors, trade, and still have more people come in because the name of this achievement is colonization. So, we're on day 32. We have 131 colonists. So we're on our way. 250 colonists in less than 60 days. We'll see if we can do it. Waiting for these things to get online. Okay, good. We have the patent. So I should think about where our new robot facility will go. Probably over here. Since it's near the storage areas in the factory, it makes a good location for it. There we go. Robotics. Might as well make it a big one. Okay, excellent. So with this dorm operational, let's see about, well, as a matter of fact, before they get too excited, let's power it off, and that way I can determine where my birthing stuff is going to go. Does make a little bit of a difference squeezing these things in. I mean, you can actually lose a bit if you don't really pack them in there, so I'm trying to get the biggest bang for the buck that I can out of these things. See, that last little bit looks like it should fit, and I'm wondering if I'm just not packing them in there well enough. In fact, I'm pretty sure that I'm not. Come on! Honestly. You know what, I don't even care. Fine. Planetbase can be kind of finicky in that regard. So you really can cram them in there, but it takes a little bit of doing. Aggro ship. What have you got? Maybe he's got a good patent for us for Genetically modified tomatoes! You know, I was really hoping that was going to be there. But we don't have enough money for it. Oh, I would love this patent. This would be excellent to have, but we can't afford it. Another time. Another time, buddy. Oh well. Again, I'm not gonna beat myself up over it. Maybe I'm like one bit shy, or well, one bunk bed of what I could, but alright, so let's see, what else do we have? So all that birthing's up, but the bar is next. Along with the robotics facility, which is just pending assembly. Oh, that's right, I have to think about power. We are adding more and more power consumption to the colony. This is important, so let's go ahead and prioritize that. So for now, although we will have the facility, I'll go ahead and power it off so it's not consuming anything. Okay, who was it who just landed? Another colony ship. Okay, well, so far no hostiles, so that's good. All's quiet here at Omega Base. Okay, this is probably a good spot to end this video here. Join me next time here on Joe Super Fantabulous PC Gaming Channel, where we'll see how things work out in Omega Base. Will we be able to reach that goal of 250 colonists before 60 days have elapsed? I've got my fingers crossed. Maybe Omega Base will be the base that does it. See you next time.